Hey everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday. TGI Friday. I hope everyone is having an amazing start to their weekend. I wonder, do you guys have some fun things planned this weekend? Hey, Maylin. My Superwoman mod's got my links and everything ready to go. Yes, you are excited for the weekend. Always. Fridays are always the best. You know, even though I don't work, regular Monday to Friday job, I never really did, well, no, I did. I've worked Monday to Friday, but a lot of my jobs were not the Monday to Friday gig. But even when I had to work on Saturdays and Sundays, like they were still like the better days. I don't know why. I think it's from when it's indoctrinated from you or in you when you're a kid. And it was the 2 days you got off school. It was the 2 days you got to hang out with your friends, your buds, and have some fun. So I always try to enjoy my Saturdays and Sundays, even if I have to work. It's always exciting for it to be Friday. Hi, Seagull. Woo woo. How are you, Seagull Gunner? Thanks for being here. Just so you guys know, I do have some homemade mac and cheese in the oven. So my alarm or timer is going to be going off in about 25 minutes. So when it goes off, I will need to run out to the kitchen real quick. But that's in 25 minutes. So today we are going to get into another trial with Judge Beverly Cannoni at the bench. That is a bench trial, no less, of a woman accused of manslaughter. You're good? Hey, you're welcome. You just need more beer? Well, I hope that you get to have your more beer or get more beer or whatever it is that you need to continue being good and having a wonderful Friday. So I appreciate you hanging out with us today. I have not seen this trial. I've heard it's a pretty good one. It's different. It's a different side of Auntie Bev, apparently. Oops. Shoot. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, come on. Oh, my computer is already going wonky. All right. There we go. I am doing pretty good. Thank you for asking, Seagull. I'm hanging in there, living life the best I can. I got some issues going on. I got some medical stuff I have to deal with coming up. But, I say this time and time again that you guys, this community, you guys that come here and hang out with me, you just help me put that stuff aside and smile, have some great conversation, some good laughs, and not stress about the stuff that I can't change. So thank you. My husband works Monday through Friday. Then he goes out with his parents every Friday. I'm invited, but the restaurant they have been going to for decades is Mexican. I love Mexican food. We don't have, when I went down to Texas, I'll tell you, when you're up here in the Midwest, there is very little true Mexican food. When you go down to Texas, especially southern Texas, there was a restaurant my friend took me to down there in Houston or just outside Houston, which is where I was, that was real, like homemade Mexican food, and oh my God, it was delicious. It's not the same as like the imitation stuff we get up here. Definitely happy to hear you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Yay! You can't eat Mexican anymore. What'd you do? Get sick on it? That's how I am with cinnamon candy. I've talked about this before. I can't do the fake cinnamon flavoring, anything. I like regular, like cinnamon and sugar, I can eat. It's the fake candy flavored cinnamon. Ever since the very first time I got drunk, and I mean, holy shit, did I get drunk? I should have had alcohol poisoning. I never drank before. Never. Had never drank before. And I did 4.5, mind you. 4.5, because by the time I was doing the 5th shot, it was all kicking in. So just, you know, the 5th one didn't make it, basically. 4.5 shots. Oh, that's right. I forgot, Maylin. I forgot that. Yeah, that doesn't agree with that. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I did forget that. That sucks. Mine's a better story because mine was my own stupidity. Like, I literally did 4.5 shots of fire water. And if you guys are like me in your upper 40s, 47, back when fire water was like the most, like, it came out, and that shit is 100 proof. Okay. Like, yeah, this is awesome. Okay, let's have some fun. And here's me. Never drank before, thinking it was a smart idea to quickly do these back to back. I ended up passed out on the floor of a men's communal bathroom at a fraternity house on the U of M Ann Arbor campus. Okay. Thankfully, it was Christmas. Nobody was there but my friend who had this party that we all went to. So I woke up to one of my best friends smacking me in the face. Are you okay? Do I need to call 911? And the only reason I went in there is because I wanted to puke. But like, my body wouldn't even puke, okay? And so now, ever since, I cannot do any sort of candy flavoring cinnamon. Anything that tastes like candy cinnamon, can't do it. Hi, Nefarious. It's life now. Yeah, I've been living with it. Major changes for 6 years. Yeah, I know. And I get you. Trust me, I get you. I don't have, thankfully, I don't have that. But, you know, I have other issues. And when you have a chronic health condition, no matter what it is, it's definitely changes your life. And then you just kind of get used to it. So I feel you, hun. Goldschlager? Nope, it was fire water. You want to train more? Your drink more? Drink more. Yeah, I can't drink anymore, though. They see I can't train to drink anymore because I'm on medication that you're not really supposed to drink with. So if I ever have a drink, I have a half of a margarita, a couple sips of wine. I never was a big drinker anyway, so I'll be honest. I know what fire water is, but never had it. But I did drink Goldschlager and Aftershock. Oh yeah, those are nasty. Oof. It's that cinnamon stuff. I can't do it. Oh yeah. Oof, exactly. I can't even be in the same room as Jack now. It tried to kill me. That is not a YouTube story, or it might be, right? You never tried Firewater? If you don't like Goldschlager, you're not going to like Firewater. If you like Goldschlager, you might like it. You might not. It's more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Cheap version in a way. It's not smooth in any way, shape, or form. It's gross. I'll be honest. But back then, I actually liked the flavor of cinnamon candy. So it didn't do anything. But ever since then, it was like after that, no fucking way. Do not ask me to eat a Red Hot or Big Red Gum. No, no, no. No. My body instantly gets sick to my stomach now if I taste that cinnamon candy flavoring. I don't drink anymore. Call it Cali sober for, wait, what is it? Oh, 5 years. Like I said, I don't drink anymore either. I'm never really, like I said, I've never been a big drinker. It's the same issue I have with what THC does to me and why I don't smoke, because it made me feel drunk, which I hated the feeling of being drunk when you're nauseous and the room is spinning. Like, ugh, I do not like being so out of control of my own body. Try drinking grappa. It'll kill. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I'll never forget. It's funny you said grappa. If you've ever seen Grumpier Old Men, I love it. I love Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men are two of my favorite movies. Jack Lemmon and oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, why can't I think of his name? I always do this. My brain fog lately has just been getting worse and worse. I'm telling you, it's so bad. Walter Matthau. Okay, so Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau are just amazing together in those movies. They're hysterical. But in Grumpier Old Men, there's a scene because the woman that comes into play is Italian, opening an Italian restaurant where their buddy's bait shop used to be. And they're trying to pull stunts to keep the restaurant from opening. But one of the guys ends up there getting drunk on the grappa. And she's like, be careful, it's strong. And he's like, no, I can hold my liquor. And he just basically passes out. It's hysterical. You get it? Hey, Cheryl. Uh-oh, Cheryl's working out. It's called Fire, Water, and Grease. The grappa. That's funny because Fire, Water, there's... I don't even know if they, to be honest, I don't even know if they make fire water anymore. But back in the late 90s, early 2000s, fire water was like, woo, it's 100 proof, it's cinnamon, woohoo. Gross. But thanks for coming, you guys, on this Friday. It's beautiful weather out today, I have to say. I woke up to no lawnmower this morning, which was so nice. I have to say, not having the lawnmower going today was the biggest relief ever. I was so very happy. It would be the equivalent. Hey, Shelly! It would be the equivalent of Fireball. That's the whiskey one, right? See, fire water, like, hold on. I got to pull this up now because Fire water was not whiskey. I don't even know what it was. Fire water liquor. This is it. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, okay? Oops. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. This is what the bottle looked like. Let me make it bigger. Let's see. This right here. This flaming thing at the bottom is what it looked like. And they still make it. Ugh, apparently. Just finished. Forgot my gloves. My hands are killing me. Oh, no. Hi, Bridge Breaker. Have fun gardening. It's a great day outside. No lawnmowers? No, I would have been cranky as all hell. You thought I was cranky yesterday. If I waked up again, oh my God, I can't even talk. If I woke up again today to another 4 hours of fucking lawn mowing, I would have blown a gasket. Grappa is made by distilling the skins, pulp, seeds, and stems to pumice left over from winemaking. Oh, huh. That's interesting. I love learning new things like that. I didn't know. I think I knew it was somehow made like wine in a way, but that's pretty much all I knew. But it's not. It's actually leftover stuff from winemaking. Gotcha. Katie D, what's up? But anyway, if you don't know what fire water is, that's it. It's the one with the flames. And I want to see it. It just says hot. Oh, it's schnapps. Okay, so it's hot cinnamon schnapps. And if you drink schnapps, you know most schnapps are like 40 proof. Okay, not very strong, right? So fire water comes out and it's 100 proof. And back then, it was like, woo, this is the best shit. So all my friends who had already drank before were like, that's you. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that was the biggest mistake of my life. Oh, it was awful. Well, thanks for the drive-by, Cheryl. The worst hangover you ever had. Oh my God. Grappa is it? I've heard, because wine, I'll be honest, if you get at was it my 15-year reunion? Or no, 10-year. It was my 10-year. We didn't do a 15. I only went to one reunion of mine in high school. It was my 10-year reunion. I got drunk on wine, white wine. And those are bad hangovers, let me tell you. Holy moly. Whenever I had drank wine before that, it was a glass or a glass of champagne or something. I never got drunk off of wine until that night. And oh my God, the next day, did I pay for it? So I can only imagine the hangover based off the leftovers of winemaking. That's, ugh, can't even imagine. Nefaria says, good to see you all, and it's good to see you all. Shelly is working and listening. Don't work too hard, Shelly. Hi, 420. A wine hangover is the worst. It is. I'm telling you. Oof. Never got drunk off wine again after that. I probably drank at my 10-year reunion. I probably drank a whole bottle by myself. And for someone who wasn't a big drinker, that was a lot. I'm still trying to find this Penny McGee trial. Bear with me. I found the playlist the other day. Here it is, from Court TV. Okay. And just so you guys know, this trial is pretty quick. It's a total of, let's see. So the playlist. So opening statements are only 21 minutes. Testimony. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get through this today. It's only a total of a couple hours total. So, but it's a woman charged with manslaughter who does a bench trial in front of Judge Cannoni. And I was definitely interested to see something happen in her courtroom where the defendant wasn't Karen Reed. Because we all know she hated Karen Reed. And for a judge who spent so many years as a defense attorney, to have such problems with the defendant is pretty bad. So I was interested in seeing it, considering we just finished all the Karen Reed trials. Okay, hold on while I pull up.
On January 28th of 2020.
Okay, so Katie D, I'm answering emails and listening until I have to work out. Oh. Well, don't work too hard and don't work out too hard. And tell Skip we said hello when you go in there. There isn't much on Penny McGee. Yeah, it looks like it's very short. They have the opening statements, closing statements, and some witnesses. Now, I don't know if this is the entire trial, but we're gonna watch what's available. Are you going live tonight? If so, what's the plan? Yes, we are going live tonight, 10 o'clock, our Friday night laugh riot. No plan. Just have some fun. Be here or be square. I'm supposed to be doing homework, but I've been laying around all day. Oopsie. We're allowed to have one of those days, right? Yes. Yes. You have my permission for 20 to have one of those days today, because you have to rest up for tonight as well. Because like I said, 10 o'clock tonight, we're just going to have some fun. The special guest that I had hopefully coming on, as far as I know, can't tonight. So we're trying to get it worked out for another night. So stay tuned for that. Hi, James. Tomorrow's Skip's 50th birthday. Oh, make sure everyone goes in tomorrow and says happy birthday to Skip. MVP James, that's right. James, did you bring all the candy for the chat fridge? Hi, Cat Randall. And Seagull says, yep, it's allowed 420. So you've got plenty of permission to just have one of those dates today. So workout with Skip is in an hour, according to KDD. Terry, what's up, sweetie? I'm so glad to see you. She's still muted. Do I have to give you
I'll kick your ass.
I kick your ass. Oh shit, hold on guys. I told you my alarm was going on, my timer. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had my homemade mac and cheese in the oven and needed to make sure that I got it out before it burned. Considering that's what I'm going to be living on for the next few days. I don't want to burn it. I get salad today. Oh, no candy bars, James, man. I guess we had enough candy yesterday, huh? Damn. 420 says, I'll be here. I try to as much as I can. I know you do, 420. You guys are awesome. You guys always come and hang out with me no matter what I'm doing. And I love you guys for it. Don't get you in trouble this quick. Aw, Terry. Why not? Why not, Shelly? We are unsupervised now. Let's talk crap. Ooh, Cat Randall's listening and driving to work. Be careful driving. Oh, man, she's in here. Oh, Shelly.
I'll kick your ass.
I love you. James, that was funny last night. You were eating lettuce, and so was I. Weird. Yeah. I guess we all get lettuce today. You hear my smoke detector going off? Yeah, no, that was my timer on my oven, you silly. 9-year-old this week has been obsessed with only eating lettuce. Must be something in the air. I'll tell you. Now, don't get me wrong. I love salads. I really do. But I don't want to eat just lettuce every day. Ugh. Hi, Darth Vader. Yeah, my birds are out in full force today because it's really nice outside. 62 degrees. Just a slight breeze. It's not sunny, but it's not dreary either. It's just a nice day out. Can't complain. Well, we have punch and Oreos, and the potty pads are down. I got the chat ready early today. Yes, you did, Maylin, because you're awesome. Should I rewind? Guess so, eh? No, I mean, just talking shit, talking about, alcohol, bad alcohol story. That's really about it. And then what we're going to watch today. Oh shit. Malin, I missed pinning one of the links. Can you put the PayPal link in the chat for me? I was eating lettuce out of the bag like chips. I feel like a bun. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, technically, lettuce is good for you, right? So that's okay. I didn't hear the timer. I could only hear the birds. Oh, yeah. Because when I first started streaming, when I first went live, I don't know how many people were here. I said in about 25 minutes, my timer will be going off. I'll need to take my mac and cheese out of the oven. You thought I burned it? No, I didn't. Thank God. If I burned it, I wouldn't have anything to eat for the next 4 days. Damn it. Thank you, Maylin. The best. She's the best, I tell you. Okay. Ooh, 420's daughter's doing the same thing. Eating lettuce right out of the bag. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. She's back. Stop talking crap now. Oh, you're fine. You can't live on just lettuce. No, you can't, because it's basically water. I mean, especially if you eat iceberg. Iceberg lettuce is like what, 60, 70, 80, I don't know, percent water. That's really all it is. You can't survive. It doesn't have any much nutrition to it. You can if you're a bunny. Remind me tonight to tell everyone about my Jack story. Oh, I better write that down or I'll forget. Hold on. I'm getting really good, though, at writing things down for a change. The problem is always remembering to look at my notebook. That's the issue. Because Maylin got me all this cool stuff to be organized with. Damn it. I just had my favorite pen that Maylin gave me. Now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, let me get this. She gave me so many awesome notebooks that now I have them each set for something different. So my reminders notebook is the one that says all good things are wild and free. So this is my reminder notebook. So this is for tonight, Friday stream. Friday reminders. Okay, so that's written down to remind me. Yes, Jack Daniels. Because I was talking about my experience, my first time ever drinking, like literally ever drinking, and then ever getting drunk on firewater. Very bad experience, and that's that's the whole reason I literally cannot eat or drink anything that has any sort of fake candy cinnamon flavor. Blech. Hippie chick on my daily break from work to say hi. Hey, sweetie, don't work too hard. James will be right back. Yep, Jack Daniels tried to kill me, says Maylin. I don't eat often, but when I do, I always have salad, and it's always romaine. I like romaine lettuce, but it has to be off the stalk. Like, you know, that big crunchy middle of it? I don't like that part. It's a little too bitter and crunchy for me. Because you guys know I don't eat condiments, including dressing. So my salads, I like to throw in leafy lettuce. I like Bib lettuce a lot. Butter. What's that butter lettuce? What is that? I like to take those big leaves and like roll a piece of cheese and a piece of turkey in there and just eat it. It's good. Otherwise, my salads, I throw all kinds of shit in there. I throw like tomatoes, cheese, green olives, onion, salt, pepper, all the good stuff. Used to drink it all the time until it started to love me too much. I usually get romaine or Boston or Butterhead. Butterhead lettuce, that's what it's called. I knew it was butter something. Hi, Sylvia. Thanks for coming, you guys. I'm so excited to have you all here. Man, did groceries and now it's raining, so I'm hanging out in here for a bit. Yay! Well, we're glad to have you, Dar. Just wait till you hear my story. Oh, no. I can only imagine the type of kind of story Jory would tell too if she talked about the first time she ever got drunk. If she could actually get it out without laughing so hard that I can't understand what she says. That's what makes it so funny. They labeled me instant asshole. Just add Jack. Oh my God. Ugh. I know a lot of people, like, if they drink, they just turn into a totally different person. It's crazy what alcohol can do to you. Nap time after work, of course. I don't blame you there. Work sucks. I'm ready to retire. I agree with you there, Shelley. Haven't drank in 10 years. I'd probably get drunk off one beer if I did. Yep, that's exactly how I feel. I get woozy off a couple drinks, like a couple sips of margarita. Like, I'll tell you, woo-wee. I just, oof. Uh-oh. Hippie has a Jack story, too. Oh, Nefarious doesn't like the white middle either too much. I give it to my chickens outside, fish or dog. There you go. Yeah, it's just too crunchy and bitter. I don't like it. Oh, 420 doesn't like the hard, crunchy stuff on the lettuce either. See, I'm not as crazy as I thought. I'm so picky. It has to be green. Yeah, exactly. Did I call you Butterhead? No. Oh, I got a new clip. I forgot to hold on. I got to upload my new clip. Shit. I think I already emailed it to myself. Hold on. Ooh, before I forget, let's do word of the day. I keep forgetting. So let's do word of the day. I don't want to mispronounce it. Hold on, let me go to the listen. Cortege. Oh, I said it right. Cortege is our word of the day today. A person's entourage or retinue. Retinue. What the? I can't even say that word. A solemn procession, especially for a funeral. Sample sentences. She always, but I want to ask her to dance when she's alone. The cortege followed slowly behind the lead car on the way to the funeral. Royals used to be known for having an elaborate cortege, usually made up of aristocrats to attend to their every need. Word origin, Latin, mid-17th century. That's our word of the day. Fridays, we can share the stories of how alcohol almost killed us. Yes, If I drink, I just dance. Oh my God. I don't remember the first time I ever got drunk, but I do remember one time at the beach, I puked on a dude in the car on the way back home. Ooh. Oh, and run from men. That's why I only drink beer. I don't blame you there. When I'm drinking, I get more talkative. Imagine that. Katie, your circle. I don't want to hear your stories. Uh-oh. If I didn't drink, you would not even hear from me. My anxiety would just stop me. Oh. Well, we love to hear from you. I love to hear from all of you. So apparently I did not email me my new clip yet. Hold on. Alrighty. Where is it? Okay. Now I got to change the file name. Shit, I couldn't pronounce it right away. Right anyway with no T. Cortege. Apparently that's how you say it, I think. I said it right. I got it. I got lucky. Break is over. I will be lurking. Aw. Don't work too hard, hippie chick. I remember one night my dad and I was driving around looking for my older sister. I was around 10 at the time. He pulled out a bottle of Canadian whiskey and told me, drink some. I know you drink your. I need the rest of the story, Terry. I'm like, come on, I need what? Drink what? Canadian whiskey. Oof. 10 years old though, like that's wow. That's a young age, right? I literally did not drink for the first time until I was 16. And that was a big mistake. And remind you, I was a year behind everyone else in school. So it wasn't even until my senior year of high school. It was New Year's Eve, 1995. I remember very well. Ugh, crazy. Oh, your two brothers do? I said, no, I don't. I'm never drinking. He said, great. At 17, I went into the army, and that drove me to drink. Well, I think it would pretty much drive anyone to have to go into the military in any way, shape, or form. Well, thank you for your service, Terry. Truly. I commend anyone and everyone who takes it upon themselves to do so. Siegel, I have anxiety too, says Nefarious. Do you do anything to cope? I medicate with cannabis. And Hippie says, I have anxiety too, and it sucks. I feel everyone who has it. Okay, now back to work. I do too. I've been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder for 17 years now. I actually have been taking medication for it for 17 years, almost. It's been different medications over the years, but the one medication I take now seems to be the best one I've ever been on. I've been taking this one for about 2 years now. It's only one pill a day. and it helps the anxiety, the panic attacks very immensely. Well, you are welcome, and thank you, Terry, truly. You were 19 when diagnosed. I wasn't diagnosed until after my divorce, but it was bad. Me and my friend, when we were 6 years old, down in the boat drinking wine coolers, we thought they were Kool-Aid or something. Everybody was drinking them, so we thought it was okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oops. Thankfully, wine coolers aren't exactly like filled with alcohol, but still. Oh my God. I remember when we used to go camping and we used to take our dog up north with us, and my uncle would put beer in the dog bowl. Like, oh, you keep getting in the chat. Go back to work. But don't work too hard. We'll be here for a couple hours. Not too long today because we are streaming tonight. Our fun night is tonight at 10 o'clock. Weed makes me ill. Me too, Siegel. If you haven't heard my story yet, I've tried it 3 times, 3 different ways, and all 3 times, all 3 ways made me sicker than a dog. Whenever my friend comes and visits, my uncle likes to tell the story to everybody about his drinking. Oh my God. Wine coolers. Hey, Jeannie Lynn. Wine coolers are Kool-Aid with a splash of alky. Yeah, exactly. Camping is my favorite. I miss camping. I really do. We used to go every summer. I loved it. I miss it very, very much. The problem I have is my anxiety feeds my disposition, I would assume, and vice versa. Yeah, it can definitely do that. I've had anxiety forever. I hate it. I hate it when you have so much anxiety that your chest hurts 100%. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that I was truly suffering from anxiety for years until I was diagnosed. And when you finally get relief from even some of it, it's a weird feeling. Like if you're like me and you have the racing thoughts and the mind that won't shut off to the point where you can't sleep because all you do is your mind just goes on, and then you worry about everything and anything, where you constantly feel like you're on edge. It is not a comfortable way of life. So when you get some relief from that, even a little bit, it makes the biggest difference. I used to camp in Vermont, but it's been a long time. I can only imagine how beautiful it must be to camp in a place like Vermont, anywhere in New England, really, with the foliage, Maine. Like I said, my mom always wanted to go to Maine. She always wanted to go to Maine and Alaska. Oh, depression. Gotcha. instead of disposition. I got, yes, 100% it does. Anxiety, yes, definitely feeds depression and vice versa. When you have both anxiety and depression, it's not an easy way to live. You have to seek out some help. And it's more than medication. It's therapy, lifestyle changes. It just can be an immense help. Jeannie is the reason I didn't sleep well last night. She gave me creative stuff to think about. I blame Jeannie if I'm cranky today. Uh-oh. Jeannie says, James, I love camping. Poor hubby can't stand sleeping on anything but a bed. I can sleep on a rock. I grew up in the hollers of Kentucky in a cabin with an outhouse. Like, I used to be that way. Like, we, us as a kids, they used to give us a camper. So, but if you've ever slept in a camper, it's not like those beds are real beds, They're like, a 2-inch, 3-inch mattress on that shit. But as we got older, we would sleep in the tents. Now, with my hips and the pain that I deal with every day, there's no way I could ever sleep on the ground. I could sleep on a blow-up mattress, though. I just have to have some sort of cushion. Stowe, Vermont is beautiful. Swimming at Bingham Falls is like Mountain Dew commercial. That sounds awesome. When you get to know me well enough, you understand what I'm saying. Aw. Goo goo gaga too. Oh my God. Yep, Jeannie, tell him to get an air mattress. That's what I'm saying. Long story, tried it all, and 20 plus years later, I just do me. Yeah, exactly. Whatever, just do you. Whatever works for you. I'm glad that you're here chatting with us, truly. Zach, what's up? He's doing a drive-by. So you're not going to be harassing me in the chat today? What? The one time I told my husband I would sleep in a tent, I packed a bed frame for the air mattress. Oh my God, I never slept in it. After he set it all up. Oh my God. Ugh. I hate living in Maine, but it is freaking beautiful. This is what I'm saying. My mom always just wanted to go see all the foliage and the beauty, whatever. The beauty of Maine. And just for fun, I have dyslexia. Oh no. Oh, Steve, sweetie. Can't stay long. Got to head out to the weekly company meeting at the Eastern office. And by that, I mean meet my fiance and sister at a local bar that is east of me. That's okay. Have fun. If you're hanging around the tubes tonight, we're having our Friday night laugh riot tonight at 10 o'clock. It's thundering, Terry, by you guys. Oh, hopefully no more tornadoes. Let's pray no tornadoes today, guys, okay? I'm just here to chew bubblegum and smash like buttons, and I'm all out of bubblegum. We'll take the smashing of the like button. Thank you, Stephen. Oh, you'll get some harassment in too? Okay. I don't think I could go a day of streaming without some Zach harassment. I would feel empty. That's as bad as some of my cousins, and their idea of roughing it is a freaking camper. Yeah, a camper is definitely not like totally roughing it. No. Roughing it is just being out in the wilderness, wherever, with a sleeping bag and a tent, or a blanket and a tent, or maybe even no tent, just a sleeping bag. Zach doing drive-bys like this is, wait, what? Oh, doing drive-bys like this is the hood or something. Ugh. My idea of camping is 3 stars. Just storms for a few more days. Okay, good. We don't want any more tornadoes. Miss Scarlett being falling asleep early. I'll drink an extra coffee to stay awake tonight. Yeah, you better. If you fall asleep in the stream tonight, we are going to have to up our game to keep Jeannie Lynn awake. Forgot to say good afternoon, everyone, says Stephen. Well, good afternoon to you. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday. Yeah, I'm what you might call indoorsy. Can't live without Terry and Zach. Nope. We can't. We got to have all our male species, our male companions in the chat. All of them. We got Kat Randall and Steven and Zach and Terry. And Siegel. Siegel, please, I hope you don't take offense to this. I can't remember. Male or female? I try to remember, but sometimes I don't have the best memory. We have a glamper now, but we are getting ready to sell it. Uh-huh. You guys said look glamping up the other day, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I guessed that it was glamour camping, and that's basically what it is. Actually, during the day, I'll go all over nature, but at night, I want a real bed. Yeah, I understand that. Kind of getting used to going to bed at 8. Well, whatever your body needs, you take it. Taking a nap now. See y'all soon. Okay, Maylin, have a good nap, sweetie. Nefarious is an indoor cat. We rough it camping sort of every third weekend in August at the Boogie and Blues Festival in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Just a tent in a wide open field in a 20 by 20 box marked out with spray paint. Yeah, I'd call that roughing it. Oops, hold on, guys. Damn it, where's my... Oh, there we go. All right. I still have this heartburn on and off. It's driving me crazy. I'm trying to find my Tums. That's what okay. I thought so, Siegel. So you're part of our male group. So we got Terry, Zach, Gunner, and Kat Randall. Don't forget to set your alarm, Maylin, says Jeannie Lynn. And Terry said, definitely a male. And Siegel Gunner says, what gave you the clue? Oh, you guys talked in Discord chat. Well, that'll do it. Zach, you're not allowed to take naps. What the fuck? And definitely not with Maylin. She's married, for God's sakes. Ooh, Cat Randall hunts and cooks. I would never want to hunt. Not my thing. Sorry, but I guess that's a girly thing to say, but I just couldn't do it. Great music festival. This will be my 8th year in a row. Wow. We even went up and camped during the COVID year, even though there was no festival. Like I said, I miss camping. I really want to go. We used to go up to this place in mid-Michigan, mid-lower Michigan, that is. It's a lake called Lake Isabella, and they had a really great, campground and stuff. It was a fun time. All this nap talk, and I have to go work out soon. Oh, but May is hot. That's what I said, screamed Zach. I know that's what you said. I was just teasing you. I wish I could save money. I don't have any money to save. Sucks ass. Speaking of, I know most of you heard me talk a little bit about some medical stuff coming up. I'm still not going to go into it yet. I'll talk about it on the stream coming up. It'll just be a day of us chatting. We're no plans, just me and you guys. I'll talk a little bit about what I have coming. But with that being said, I do have some major expenses coming up that I don't know how I'm going to deal with it. If you can support in any way, I have my PayPal linked at the bottom of the chat. I have Buy Me a Coffee. All of it's pinned in my description, and all I can ask for those of you that have social media or other places to share my Give Send Go link, all I ask is if you can share it around. I would truly, truly appreciate it. If you're like me and have narcolepsy, it's so easy to take naps. Sometimes I wish I did. I mean, I really wouldn't want to have narcolepsy, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But being how little I sleep, sometimes I wish my body would just knock me out. Oh, please. You are not pure as a dribbled snow. We all know that's a load of hooey. Aw, Terry, we love you. And I hope that we're going to keep you going as far as and long as we can. Just know that. If you need anything, you all just know that I'm here. You guys, any one of you ever needs something, just some support, someone to listen, someone to talk to, you can always reach out to me. My usual night is 11 to 4 or 12 to 5, so I grab a 15-minute nap usually. Yeah, see, I would even love 5 hours. I can't even remember the last time I got 5 hours of straight sleep. Literally. I'm lucky if I get 2.5 straight sleep. It's awful. I can't comment what I want to because this is daytime TV. KDD is a young perv. Fuck, I wish I was young. Me too. Just don't send me back to high school. 4:20. I wish I could fall asleep. It takes me an hour to calm down and to sleep until about 10 p.m. Then I start getting tired. Yeah, no, I get it. 100%. No, you do not have to feel bad. I know that, sweetheart. Terry, don't ever, no. I know, this is why I said it's hard for me to even ask, because I know how hard it is for everyone these days, truly. I wish there was something I could do for you, Terry. If there's anything you need that I can help you with, please let me know. Thank you, sweetheart. You guys are amazing. It's a crazy, because at night, Jeannie, I can't sleep at all. I sleep an hour, wake up, go back to sleep. It's a struggle every night. 4:20, this is what I'm saying. It's awful, isn't it? And mine is a combo. I got the running, the racing thoughts aren't as bad as they used to be, obviously, with the medication and that, the anxiety. But when you finally get to sleep and you wake up because you're in pain, you literally have to adjust your entire body. And then it takes forever to get into a comfortable position again. And then by the time you get into a comfortable position again, you're wide awake. So then you have to fall back asleep. By the time I fall back asleep, I get very little sleep and I'm in pain again and need to move. It's awful. Like you said, it's a struggle every night. I feel ya. I'm so sorry. Yes, God has you here for a reason. All of you. I wish I was young, but I wish I was young with adult money. Yeah, for sure. God didn't give me that in my 20s because he knew I would be acting up. 4:20. Oh, no, you guys, please don't feel bad or say you wish you could. Thank you for saying that you wish you could help, but if you can't, do not ever feel bad. Do not, nothing. Because trust me, this world and economy we live in, it sucks for most everyone. But thank you. Oh my God, you just went to work and found out I have no longer a job because the company closed? Oh my God, 4:20, I'm so sorry. That's crazy. Like, I've heard this happening before. I've seen things like stories on the news or read about it or someone's blog. I've seen this several times, actually. Like, it's ever since COVID. Companies just up and closing, not even telling their employees, just they go to work and there's a sign on the door. It's insane. I'm so sorry, 4:20. We'll be praying for you. Lots of thoughts, lots of prayers for everyone. Leg cramps while sleeping are the worst. Oh, yeah. Especially if they wake you up. If pain is what wakes you up, it sucks ass. Magnesium is good for cramps, leg cramps. Definitely. I feel like it happens a lot in the restaurant industry, but they could have at least had the common decency to tell you instead of showing up for your shift and the doors are locked. Exactly. Like, they obviously knew that it was coming. You don't just shut your doors for no fucking reason. They could have done. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Miles King got arrested yesterday by the FBI for allegedly selling fentanyl and crack while out on bail. Oh my God. Seriously? Well, hopefully they don't actually let him out again. Like, that was stupid that they let him out in the first place. Dumb. I don't understand why they don't. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's not like they didn't know that something like that could happen, or most likely would happen. It's ridiculous. I'm so sorry. Yes, lots of prayers for you, 420. Yeah, the Miles King case is just insane. Yeah, exactly, Terry. At least an email, a phone call, something like, hey, we're going to have to close our doors, or even when they thought it was a possibility, just so you know, in case you want to look for another job, we might have to close our doors. Seriously. Factories are known to close down. Yeah, that's true. But still, restaurant businesses, especially, like I said, especially since COVID, it's been insane. I guess his lawyer claims she can get him off of the murder charges just because of the Proctor messages. That's so dumb. And he might. That's the sad thing. Look at what Proctor did. All because Proctor is a fucking douchebag. Piece of shit. He was out because of Proctor, Tully, and Lally. Yep. Speaking of that, we are going to get into opening statements of this Penelope McGee bench trial in front of Auntie Bev, Judge Cannoni. I am going to go scoop out a bowl full of my mac and cheese while we listen to opening statements. Thank you for the wonderful conversation, as always. Here we go. I'll be right back, guys.
5 years ago today, the Savitz family lost a beloved brother and father, Andrew Savitz. Throughout the course of this trial, you are going to hear that Mr. Savitz passed away after an altercation with his ex-wife, the defendant before you today, Penelope McGee. You are going to hear throughout this trial that Mr. Savitz was in quite ill health, having suffered a stroke, been in 2 car accidents. He had diabetes and was experiencing memory loss and trouble with his peripheral vision. But most notably, Your Honor, Mr. Savitz suffered from severe cardiovascular disease, including a 90% stenosis of the right coronary artery. You will learn about Mr. Savitz through his brother John, or about Mr. Savitz's medical condition through his brother John Savitz, 4 sets of medical records that Your Honor will have a chance to review, including Beth Israel records from the auto accident, the Jocelyn Diabetes Center, his treatment at Mass Ioneer and the Newton Wellesley Hospital, as well as you will hear about his condition from the medical examiner that performed the autopsy, Dr. Rebecca Diedrich. You will also hear from Andrew Savitz's brother, John Savitz, that Ms. McGee was aware of all of these conditions and the ill health of Mr. Andrew Savitz on the date of this incident. You will see emails and text messages to John Savitz from Penelope McGee updating him on Andy's various conditions, medical conditions, medications, and medical appointments. You will also hear that Ms. McGee was the healthcare proxy to Mr. Andrew Savitz. Then you're going to hear from Andrew Savitz's daughter, Zuzi Savitz. She's going to tell you what she saw happen that night on January 28th of 2020. Zuzi heard her mother come over to the home at 40 Meadowbrook Road in Brookline, where she was living with her father and her younger brother, Harry. Zuzi Savitz heard her parents arguing that night when her mother came to the house. And she could hear yelling and screaming. And when she went downstairs, she could see that her parents were in an argument. She heard something break, which we later found out, the court will find out, was a ceramic bowl. You'll see pictures of that broken bowl. But Zosie's going to tell you she heard something break, and she went back upstairs to get her phone to call 911. She's going to tell you that she got her phone from her bedroom, called 911, and as she was coming down the stairs, she could see her parents in the hallway by the end of the stairs at the house towards the front door, and she saw her mother.
All right, to pause, but 420 and Nefarious will be listening. They're doing other things, so thank you for listening. I am going to mute myself while we listen to opening statements so I can eat my mac and cheese without you guys having to hear me chew. But I'll chat with you guys in the chat.
Hitting and shoving her father against a wall where there was a sliding closet. And you're going to hear the 911 call, Your Honor. You're going to hear Zosie telling her parents to stop. And then in the middle of that phone call, Zosie's going to tell you she heard she saw her father collapse to the ground. And Ms. McGee started trying to give him CPR. Zosie was calling the ambulance to come quickly. The paramedics arrived. The Brookline police arrived. You're going to hear from the paramedic. You're going to hear from the responding officer from the Brookline police, all of whom tried to administer CPR and tried to resuscitate Mr. Savitz. Mr. Savitz was brought to the Beth Israel Hospital.
Dar, the defense attorney is Larry Tipton. And he's the one that who was it that he didn't he do what's his face? What the hell's his name? Why can't I think of his fucking name? Brian Walsh. Thank you. He's was Brian Walsh's attorney. Yes.
Where you're going to hear from the emergency room doctor that also treated him and tried to revive him, and ultimately pronounced him deceased at 12:14 a.m. In the early morning hours of January 29th of 2020. Lastly, Your Honor, you are going to hear from the medical examiner, Dr. Rebecca Diedrich. Dr. Diedrich is going to explain to you how Mr. Savitz's conditions prevented his heart from handling the fight or flight response that was happening during the altercation with Ms. McGee. Dr. Diedrich going to tell you her opinion as to what the official cause of death was of Mr. Andrew Savitz. She's going to explain that her opinion is that he suffered from cardiac dysrhythmia following an altercation in a person with hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease and diabetes mellitus. Andrew Savitz was in ill health. His diabetes and cardiovascular disease was severe, and Penelope McGee
Be careful driving, Jeannie Land.
Despite Mr. Savitz's condition, Ms. McGee went over to his house on the night of January 28, 2020. She was yelling and screaming, hitting and shoving him. His heart couldn't handle the stress of the altercation, and he collapsed and passed away. After you hear all of this evidence, Your Honor, I am confident that you will find Penelope McGee guilty as charged.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that was the state's open. You're going to see these a lot briefer than we would in a jury trial, right? Because this is a bench trial. Judge Cannoni is familiar with the...
Oh, shut up, Julie Grant. Hold on, let me get to... Oh, oops.
Ms. McGee was married to the deceased for approximately 15 years, and they divorced about 6 years before this incident. But nonetheless, the evidence will show that they continued to work together to raise 3 children, get their children into college. They talked frequently, almost daily sometimes. At some point, Ms. McGee moved into a home that was owned by the brother-in-laws of the deceased. It was in Brookline. It was close by. It was close by the Meadowbrook home where Mr. Savitz also resided. She lived there in Randolph with her 3 children. At some point, the brother-in-laws chose to evict her. They did so. That eviction was formalized on January 3rd, 2020. During that same time, the days leading up to January 3rd, you'll hear evidence that both Mr. Savitz and Ms. McGee worked continually together as they sought to get their daughter Susie in college. They talked frequently. She ran errands for him, he ran errands for her. At that time, January 3rd, 2020, he was working, he was traveling, he was enjoying his life. One of his things he liked to do was gamble. He did that. He was functioning. He also texted, and the evidence will show that he invited Ms. McGee to reside at Meadowbrook while she looked for other housing. But there was an issue. The evidence will show that there was a significant issue of the relationship that had deteriorated between Ms. McGee and her daughter. So there was an arrangement made. She could not appear at Meadowbrook unless her daughter was up in her room and in bed, maybe studying. And they both abided by it. Backing up a little bit, you'll hear that around August 18th of 2019, Mr. Savitz told his ex-wife he'd been in a car accident, a serious one. The car was totaled. He went to the hospital. Medical records that we introduced into evidence will show that he didn't listen to medical advice. And in fact, in the words of the hospital records, he eloped. He left. Ms. McGee found out about it, talked to her ex-husband, got him an immediate appointment at his personal care physician, Dr. Mann. Got him to see Dr. Mann within a day. Dr. Mann said, I think he has some problems or words to that effect that are contained in the medical records, and recommended that Mr. Savitz go to the emergency room because of cognitive issues and a question of whether he'd suffer a stroke. They did that. Who did that? Ms. McGee. She took him immediately to the emergency room. Any question about whether Ms. McGee knew about certain medical conditions of Mr. Savitz is somewhat beside the point, because the evidence will show that she cared for him for days and weeks following the car accident and the diagnosis of stroke. She moves in. She's allowed to stay in Middlebrook. She's allowed to stay in her older son's bedroom upstairs with that condition that the evidence will show.
Of course you can, Gunner. So I can email you a link. Just send me an email that says Discord. I'm going to put my email in the chat for you. And just shoot me an email, and what I'll do is email you back with a link. You're welcome.
Her older son, Noah, had now left home to go to college at Drexel in Pennsylvania. On January 20th, Mr. Savitz was in yet another car accident, this time while he was driving their younger son, Harry. He reported it to his brother-in-laws, and the evidence will show that Ms. McGee was worried about that, concerned about that. Notwithstanding that They totaled in the accident. Mr. Savage totaled his son Noah's car, but the fact that Harry was in the car, the youngest. And so she had a discussion. And there will be evidence of it. Importantly, though, the evidence will show that with regards to the causation and manner of death, as the Commonwealth just told the court expects to introduce, the relevant literature says that the physiological issue that Dr. Diedrich will testify to can occur as a result of motor vehicle accidents. Because it's the way the body responds hormonally to the stress associated with such an event. So there is a car accident, a serious one in August, where a car is totaled, but there is no heart attack. There is no cardiac arrest. There's a second motor vehicle accident in January 20th. There is no cardiac event. Why is that important? Because when you look at the hundreds, if not thousands of pages of records that are already introduced or we agreed to introduce them in total, you won't see one reference in hundreds of pages of any complaints about chest pain, defibrillation, any diagnosis of cardiac issues other than high blood pressure, sometimes referred to as hypertension. That's it. No medication, no complaints from Mr. Savitz about anything wrong with his heart, other than the high blood pressure. Why is all this important? Because the evidence will show that Mrs. McGee cared for Mr. Savitz and got him back into good health, and then interacted with him as if he was in good health.
Stupid weather.
And she took pains to make sure he was in good health. And so it contradicts what the evidence the Commonwealth presumes to admit and presumes to state, that she conducted herself that night on January 28th of 2020 with a disregard for the likelihood that her conduct would result in substantial harm. What happened that night? Text messages show that about 7:30 on January 28th, there was a communication between Mr. Savitz and Ms. McGee. He said, I'm paraphrasing now, but the evidence will show that he said, I expect you to come over. Would you take your shoes off when you climb up the stairs? And that was all part of that arrangement where Ms. McGee could stay up in Noah's room as long as Susie was not, the daughter, was not in the room. Because there was this friction. And also during the day, the text messages will show that Mr. Savitz made some very upsetting and disparaging remarks to Ms. McGee as he rehashed the eviction. And it upset her. But it was just more of the same, and they worked through this before, as the text messages show. And so she drove over there, parked her car, went in to see if Susie was upstairs before she could go inside, and she was upstairs. The evidence will show that Mr. Savitz then asked Ms. McGee, sit down on the living room couch, watch TV. They started to do that. They had some conversations about some behavioral issues with Susie. And that's when Mr. Savitz began to become upset. The evidence will show that then the conversation turned to this text where Mr. Savitz had somewhat ridiculed Ms. McGee about the eviction for Randolph Street. And that is when he told Ms. McGee to get out of the house. And he raised his voice. And he demanded that she leave. And Miss McGee got up from the living room couch, was headed to her coat, was laid over the back of the couch back, And before she could reach it, Mr. Savage grabbed her at some point on her body and pushed her into the living room wall that you'll see in so many of the photographs.
Oh my God.
Then what ensued after that was a yelling match where Mr. Savage demanded she leave and began to push her into the kitchen area, pushed her against some tables that contained, as the photographs show, any number of dishes. And one such dish fell over and apparently smashed onto the floor. And he continued to push her, and he continued to grab her. And the path that he was making was a path directly to the front door. And now he was grabbing her hair, and he pushed her against the refrigerator. He pushed her into the area of the stove, all of which, as he was pushing her toward the front door. And now he had a hold of her body, he had a hold of her hair, and he was simply trying to get her out of the house, and she was moving backwards, not understanding what was happening. All of this happening in a short period of time, with yelling and chaos. And as she tried to defend herself, and only defend herself, Mr. Savage collapsed. Where does he collapse? He collapsed right near the front door. The front door that he was pushing and fighting Miss McGee. He collapsed. He fell to the ground. And what did Miss McGee do? The evidence will show part of it coming from the 911 call made by her daughter.
Oh boy, so he's saying this is a self-defense case, that she was
Oh,
defending
shut up,
herself.
Julie Grant.
Oh boy, more to come in the defense opening statement here. We're going to hit a break. We'll be right back live.
Sorry, guys. Ugh, I can't stand listening to her.
And as a result of that, the allegations against that particular person charged with the death of Aston Trooper was, in the parlance of legal terms, no cause. They ended the prosecution. This is the same medical examiner that made her conclusions in this case. The evidence will show that the relevant literature that tried to address this so-called phenomena referred to as homicide by heart attack, that starting in 1978 required strict criteria to be applied by medical examiners in trying to reach the same conclusion that Dr. Diedrich reached. And then there is a 2002 guide for medical examiners that the evidence will show that is the only thing that Dr. Diedrich apparently relied on, that tells medical examiners really nothing at all. And then you'll hear evidence that the relevant literature, published 2 years later, in 2004, authored by Dr. Turner, revisits the strict criteria to be applied in these so-called homicide by heart attack cases where there is a physical touch. And one of the criteria is to determine the intent of the actor, that what the actor did to cause the harm was criminal. That's what the evidence will show. And yet, the evidence will show that this case is about self-defense, being attacked. The relevant literature will also talk about the stress reaction occurring, as I stated a minute ago, motor vehicle accidents, but also anger on behalf of the deceased in situations. Anger triggers the same physiological response that Dr. Diedrich talks about, that she rests on finding her opinion and making a homicide finding. Respectfully, Judge, we believe that once you consider all of the evidence and all the testimony, that that based on the science, and based on the lack of reliable assessments made by Dr. D, that you will find Ms. McGee unguilty. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
All
We're
right.
going to turn our attention
Hold on.
to another trial in a final
I'm going to check my email, Gunner, right now. Give me a second while I get this next one opened up. Testimony going, and then I will send
Penelope McGee. This is a bench trial, so it's going to be all up to Judge Beverly Cannoni of Karen Reed fame. She's in the same, they're all in the same courtroom as the Karen Reed case, fan included. She's going to decide whether McGee.
my.
Savage. This is the daughter
Okay.
of the
Let me go to
victim
my mail now.
and the
Hold
defendant.
on.
She was there. This case may ride on what she has to say. Let's watch.
And who did you live there with?
My dad and my brother Harry.
And specifically on January 28th of 2020, how old were you?
18. I gotcha. I'm sending you a link
And
right
what
now,
grade were you
Gunner.
in school?
12th grade.
What is your mother's name?
Penelope McGee.
And in January of 2020, where was your mother living?
Wait, what the hell?
I'm not sure.
Did you live with her? So in the month of January?
No, I did not.
Now, drawing your attention specifically to January 28th of
Hold on.
2020.
I just went to send you an invite, Gunner, and I don't know if Discord is having a is doing an update or what? Hold on, let me see. It keeps saying, oops, something went wrong. Discord is down today. It's National No Discord Day. Oh, I'm like, what the fuck? Hey, Scott. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can do it. That's right, because you're in Danny's Discord, right? Let's see. Oh my god. I'm joking. What the fuck? Dude, Shelly, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'm such a moron. Seriously, I'm like, they must be upgrading or uploading or what. I can't believe I believed you either, Shelly. Okay, so you're in Danny's Discord. Let me see if I can just find you and add you as a friend. I literally, like, I can't do anything. It says service resource is being rate limited. What the fuck does that mean? I can't even find you in members in Rent House. Everything is everyone else getting this? It says service resource is being rate limited. the fuck does that mean? Selma Blair vibe? She does look like Selma Blair a bit, doesn't she? I'm not muted. I didn't fall for that one. Control Alt Delete. I'm on my phone, silly. You can't Control Alt Delete on an Apple iPhone. I just want to know if anyone else is getting the same error that I am. Nope, not me, but I'm not on Apple. Oh, you know what? Let me go to Discord on my computer. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if it's different. Hold on. This is just weird. Like, I can't get my fucking Discord to do anything. What the hell? You got a notification that I'm live just now? Gee, thanks. All right, hold on. I just opened Discord on my computer. Let me see if it's any different on here. Oh, shit. Now it froze. Ah! This is what I'm saying. Every time I try to go to Discord, well, this is what I'm saying. Streaming on StreamYard and opening Discord, they're not conducive with each other. I don't know why. What the fuck? All right, hold on. Let me see if I can no, I don't want to edit profile. I just want to get to my Discord. I can't even go to my Discord, like my channel. Ugh. All right, I'm going to play around with this for a minute. Gunner, I'm going to get you an invite one way or the other as soon as I figure out what the fuck is going on with Discord. Just going to Google the error message. That's all. Oh, yeah. Is that why you've been ignoring me on Discord? Yeah, if you've sent me messages and I haven't received them, then yes. Discord is a virus. I only have it on one device. Oh, Shelly, I just got it. See, but I can't Did you get my message back? Because it won't even send my message. Oh, no, there it goes. What the hell is wrong with you, stupid fuck? Invite. Service resource is being rate limited. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. Google. What does service resource is being rate limited mean in Discord? It says you have performed too many actions too quickly, causing Discord servers to temporarily block your requests to prevent abuse and ensure platform stability. Think of it as a temporary cooldown or timeout for your account. What? I didn't do anything. Rate limits typically last anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, though some can last longer. Stop making requests. Close the app. Change network. What? I don't even use bots in my Discord. All right, I'm just going to ignore Discord for a while and go in it later. You timed me out. I was being bad. I didn't even do anything. I haven't even been on Discord. Okay? That's what I'm going to do, James. No, I'm saying, I know you were joking, Shelly, but it says, when I looked up the error message that I was getting, it literally says that you've basically been doing too much of the same requesting or whatever on Discord. The thing is, I haven't been on Discord since this morning. So how the hell could I possibly get timed out for something I didn't even do anything? So dumb. Oh, you sent me a DM? Okay. I'm gonna wait 15 minutes and then I'll go in and check it. And then hopefully I can send you a friend request and a link or a join request straight from your straight from Discord. Gunnar, Terry sent you a DM too. Scarlett is yelling at me again. I'm not yelling at you, sweetie. Sorry, my voice, you know me. My voice gets, I tell this to people all the time. You know, this is a second, it's probably because I've been cranky since yesterday because of the lawn mowing and shit. Plus I'm dealing with other stuff, you guys know. So I apologize. I am not yelling at anyone. Moni G told me earlier I was yelling at her. It's when I get excited or irritated that my voice just gets louder and louder, and it has nothing to do with, you know, the person I'm talking to. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's the way I get like that sometimes. So 100% my fault. I'm sorry. Not yelling at you. I promise. Well, when things like that happen, that I didn't even do anything, and it irritates the shit out of me when stuff like that happens. Oops, hold on, guys. I'm plugging in my laptop. Damn it. Okay. Shelly, she's screaming at you. I promise I'm not screaming at anyone. I just get irritated, and then I get excited because I'm irritated, and my voice just tends to go up. I have to consciously remind myself to quiet down. You should hear my oldest brother not yell. Entire arena could hear him, and he hadn't even raised his voice yet. This is how I get sometimes. It's the Polish blood in me. My mom and grandma were the same way. Sometimes we just can't help it. Oh, you like being yelled at. Okay. I'll remember that for next time. All right. As soon as, just so you know, as we watch this, this is the only place, unfortunately, I would prefer not to watch court TV because I can't stand Julie Grant, but we'll fast forward through her shit as we watch this.
At some point during that day, did your mother come over to 40 Meadowbrook Road in Brookline?
Yes,
And do you know what time of day that was?
at night.
And can you tell the court what happened on January 28th of 2020 when your mother came to Meadowbrook Road in Brookline?
I was in my room, and it was a school night, and I heard yelling from downstairs.
Who did you hear yelling?
Well, at first I thought it was my dad and my brother Harry.
And what did you do when you heard the yelling?
I went downstairs to see what was going on.
And what did you see when you got downstairs?
That it was Penelope and my dad.
And when you first saw them, where were they standing?
In the kitchen.
And what were they doing in the kitchen?
Yelling, fighting.
And where within the kitchen were they standing?
Akasha, apparently you weren't the only one. YouTube is being a shit face today. Oh my God, I can't talk. So a couple people have said that. That happens to me, unfortunately, all the time. This is why I also, like Baker, say if you want to not depend on YouTube for my notifications, if you want to join my Discord, please send me an email. However, Discord is being a shit face right now. So please still send me an email if you'd like to join my Discord. It will just have to be, I can't send you a link until later because Discord has put me in a timeout, apparently, for no reason.
When you first saw them?
Towards the front hallway.
Did you hear what they were yelling about?
No, not exactly.
And how would you describe your mother's tone of voice at that time?
She sounded very upset and angry.
And what about your father?
He seemed more distressed.
And once you saw that they were in the kitchen and that it was your mother and your father, what did you do?
At first I tried to intervene and tell them to stop.
And did they stop when you said that?
No.
And how long did it go on that you were standing in the kitchen watching them fighting?
Maybe 5 minutes.
And then what did you do?
I went upstairs to get my phone.
And where was your phone?
In my bedroom.
And where was your brother Harry?
He was in his room.
Did you see your brother Harry?
Yes, I went to his room.
And what did you do?
I told him to stay in his room and to not come downstairs.
And when you grabbed your phone, what did you do?
I first texted and called my brother, Noah.
And after you did that, what did you do?
I started walking towards the stairs and dialed 911.
And were you connected to 911?
Yes.
And as you were connected to 911,
I don't know, Dar. I don't use
I
Discord
went
really
down the
enough to
stairs
know.
and I told them that there was a domestic dispute happening. And by the time I came down the stairs, Penelope and my dad were in the front hallway.
And how close is that in relation to the stairs?
It's right there.
And what did you see them doing in the front hallway?
Screaming, yelling, and my dad's back was pushed against the closet.
And what?
Judge, if I may, if you would, something.
Yes.
All right, sidebar, quick break. We'll get more from the daughter on the stand. Stay with us. Welcome back to Dedham, Penelope McGee case at in Massachusetts. Penelope McGee is facing manslaughter charges tied to her husband Andrew Savitz's death. This has happened back in 2020, and the daughter was 18 at Savitz.
Asking my mom to leave.
And what was your mom doing?
Yelling at him. During that time, they kept moving towards the door. He was trying to tell her to leave, and she kept pushing back towards him.
And when you say pushing back towards him, what do you mean? What was she doing?
Shoving him.
And where was she shoving him?
His chest.
And what was she shoving him with?
Her hands.
And
Oh, Terry says it's not Scarlett. I just tried to friend request Gunner and I aired out. Okay, so Discord is all fucked up then. Came to say hi. Hi, TBJ. Also seems Discord is down for me. Okay, thank you. Because I'm literally like, I was screaming a minute ago, like Discord fucking timed me out for something. I didn't even do anything. Shelly is actually probably more right than we previously gave her credit for. This is what I'm saying, Dar. She literally said that, Dar, it's National Discord Down Day. I'm telling you. It is down. Seriously. Thank you, TBJ. I appreciate you. Oh, you're going to start your premiere. I'll have to watch on replay. You guys didn't listen to me. And I wonder why, Shelly. Because you like to tease me. And I did listen to you. I believed you.
how many times did you see her shoving him?
Multiple, but I don't remember the exact number.
And besides shoving, did her hands touch him in any other way?
Yeah, his face.
And how did his hands touch her face? What was she doing?
She slapped him.
How many times did she slap him?
Once.
And where were they standing when the shoving and the slapping occurred?
In the front hallway.
And what was your father doing when your mother was shoving and slapping?
Asking her to leave. And he had his hands up, kind of in defense.
Can you describe what was the tone of their voices while you were watching this shoving and slapping?
Penelope sounded very erratic.
And were you on the phone with 911 when you were observing this?
Yes.
And how did the pushing and the slapping end?
My father collapsed.
And where did he collapse?
Onto the floor in the front hallway.
And what did you do once that happened?
Okay. Did anyone that's seen this trial by any chance know? She keeps calling her Penny. Is this, it says defendant's daughter, never mind, it says daughter. Why is she calling her daughter, her mom by her first name? That's weird to me. And then she was asked, what was their tone of voice? And she only answered about her mom. But calling her by her name, saying that her voice was erratic. So is she against her? I'm assuming she's against her mom if she's a prosecution witness. Huh. I think she doesn't like her mom. I think she blames her mom or something. I can't remember. That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe the daughter has distanced herself from her and therefore uses her name instead of mom. Yeah, I guess so. That's crazy. I don't know. It's weird.
I started screaming and I told 911 to send an ambulance.
And what was your mother doing once your father collapsed?
I don't remember exactly in the moment. She was standing there.
And once he was on the ground, what did she do, if anything?
She just kind of stood there.
And how long do you think it took for 911 to arrive, for the paramedics to arrive?
I'm not sure exactly about the paramedics, but it took the police about 5 or 6 minutes to arrive.
And during that time period, what did your mother do?
At first, I kept begging her to give him CPR, and she insisted that he didn't need it.
Did she give him CPR?
Yes, eventually.
How would you describe your mother's behavior that night, from the time that she arrived at the home to when your father collapsed?
Frantic, erratic, angry.
Ms. Savitz, I'm going to play exhibit number 1.
Okay, Philip DeBay, what do we think here? So, daughter says yes.
I don't want to listen to your bullshit.
Doctor, but in the end, she did administer CPR. So it's not as if she just stood there and laughed, or maybe gave him a control shot or a coup de grace. She called it's over.
More of this
mastermind. There be a twist that
now where we're from Karen Reed is going to decide her fate. She faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. The defendant and victim's daughter is on the stand. We're about to listen to the 911 call from that night. Let's go back into the courtroom.
Play exhibit number 1.
911 from the board, where's everything? Yeah. Well, that's right. My sister's in the system. Okay, hang on. When you say report, right? Sarah, 40 minute work for the message. I'm going to come right now. So they're on the way. I want you to Sarah, talk to me. What's your name? Stop! Why are you losing it? Stop! Lizzie, stop! You're busy. Do they don't have weapons there? What? Do they don't have weapons? No. Stop! What's going on? What's going on? Stop! Okay. Okay, what just happened? How do you handle it? What happened? Okay.
Oh my God. This is painful.
Okay. Izzy, I have help on the way, okay? I have to go in. Can you check and see if he's breathing? He's breathing. And just the paramedic 10, 40 medical records, and down. And just the paramedic 10, 50 medical records. And down, just putting it on, zero is anything at the time. And just what you done. Is he not somewhere, okay? How old are you? Okay. Just stay on there. Just stay on there, please. I understand on the way, I promise, okay? I'm gonna say, okay. Okay, stay on the way. He is breathing, right? Is he talking to you? Stop breathing. Okay. Izzy, help on the way, okay? I'm gonna help you, okay? Your mom knows what CPR? Okay. They're on the way, they're on the way. Izzy? Okay. Izzy, is that the floor? Okay. Where's the phone right now? Izzy, are you just taking me back for me, okay? If your mom said your dad did the other house, you maintain your mom, Izzy, there's a lot of help on the way, okay? If you have a partner over there, just stay right now. Oh, you just have to do that now. Okay, open the front door, turn on the lights so they know where they're going. Okay, and you're doing great. You're staying outside? Yeah. You're doing great. I'm going to do the short for me, okay? Okay. You tell me when they're right there with you, okay?
Ms. Savitz, is that your voice on that recording that we just heard?
Yes.
And is that the
Oh my God. Hey, Moni G. Sorry, yeah, you just stumbled into this. And yeah, James, what a shit show. I couldn't understand. I was trying so hard to try and hear what she was saying. I could barely make out any of it. You could tell she was obviously in full-on distress. Oh my God. That was brutal.
call that you made on January 28th of 2020.
Yes.
And when you were making that call, where were you standing?
In the front hallway.
And where was your dad when you were making that call?
On the floor.
Now, Ms. Savas, I'm going to show you some photographs. Okay, give you a pointer. On January 28th of 2020, 5 years ago today.
Hold on, sorry guys. This one, they did this out of order. Fuck, that was zapped to my frolic. I'm sorry, Moni G. They have these videos out of order on Court TV. I fucking hate how they do this. So bear with me a second. So that was the end of that one. This is it. Okay. Oh no, this is, oh, hold on. This is Vinny Investigates, so this is not testimony. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go.
On the stand, and we've been watching this play out all morning. It's been fascinating. You've got the daughter of the defendant, but also the daughter.
I really don't care what Court TV has to say.
I don't think that can.
Look.
I don't remember.
Is it your testimony that when you met with the Commonwealth, along with your lawyer, Dan Conley, in August of 2024, and went over the statements you made to the police, that you said that to the Commonwealth in that meeting in August of 2024?
I don't remember.
And is it your testimony that when you met with the Commonwealth on January 22nd, I think that was by Zoom, not in the office, that when you went over your trial testimony, the statements you made, that you said that?
I don't think that came up.
Did you go over your statements that you had made to police when you were in the office with Attorney Dan Conley on August 2024? Did you go over your statements?
No,
You did not?
not the actual statement.
When you had that Zoom meeting last week on January 22nd, did you go over your statements that you had made to the police?
No.
Prior to today, strike that. I withdraw that question. Prior to January 22nd of 2025, last week, You had never told anybody that your mother was slurring her words.
Is that a question or a statement?
It's a question.
That's false.
When did you tell the police before January of 2025? I'm sorry. When did you tell the police before January 22nd of 2025 that your mother was slurring her words?
I had not talked to the police since they got a statement from me at Patricia Berenson's house.
So
It's okay, Mommy G. I
you never
understand.
told the police
Love you.
when they asked you questions at 40 Meadowwood on January 28th of 2020. You never told the police that your mother was slurring her words.
No.
And when you talked to the state police 3 hours later in Miss Garrison's house, you never told the police that your mother was slurring her words.
No, I just found out my father died.
But you never told them that your mother was slurring her words.
No, I had just found out that my father died.
So you want to keep adding that to the answer, not, we understand, but you never told them about slurring your words.
No, again, my mind was on other things.
Well, you were asked a lot of questions, weren't you?
Yes, 3 hours after my dad died,
And you answered those questions, didn't you?
to the best of my ability at that moment.
And are you telling us that between the time you spoke to the police back on January 28th of 2020, you've never gone over all these statements that you made to the police with the district attorney?
I've never seen the statements that I made.
And you haven't gone over it?
How do you define go over them?
That you're asked, did you make this statement? The district attorney said, I'm going to have you read this report. I'm going to ask you if you made these statements. And you go over your statements.
No, they wouldn't let me look at the actual statement.
And what about at the end of the questioning by the state police at Miss Barrison's house? Did they go over the statements you had just given them and confirm that they were accurate?
I don't remember.
You told the state police while you were at Miss Barrison's house on January, I think now would be January 29th of 2020, in the early morning hours. You said that your, quote, mother was coherent. That's what you told them then, correct?
Again, I haven't gone over the statement, so and I don't remember, so I can't confirm that.
And you told the state police, specific to Trooper McKenna, you told him your mother was making sense. Correct?
Again, I don't remember.
You
I haven't read the
copying.
statements or gone over them.
So have you told the government, I'm talking about Assistant District Attorney Blair or Assistant District Attorney McGee, have you told them that you don't remember all these statements that are in police reports?
Yes.
But when you were asked questions today by Assistant District Attorney Blair, you never once said, I don't remember.
I don't know.
You need big breaks?
No.
Okay, the witness, the daughter, having some trouble there, walking out of the courtroom, and there's mom. Oh, this is just heartbreaking to imagine what's going through her mind right now. Her daughter, obviously convinced that if mom didn't come over and throw a fit, dad would still be alive. It's a complicated web, and
Yeah, it's mom's attorney who's having to grill her on her statements and why she didn't tell police initially what she's telling the judge now, that her mother was slurring her words, that her mother refused to do CPR until the daughter said, try to save dad. It's a tough one, but we understand that there may have been a very strained relationship even before.
yeah, she was living with dad, so they were.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. Where this?
To be just a bench trial. Manslaughter is the charge.
And prosecutors say that McGee knew that her husband, ex-husband, Andrew Savitz, had cardiac issues when they got into a pretty heated argument at his house.
Let's bring in our guest to discuss. Joining us this hour, criminal defense and civil.
This Amanda, I know you do both civil and
No, I'm not asleep.
attorney
I'm
who
trying to
said
get
that
through this
there's a
shit.
causation issue to your.
I don't want to listen to these people. I don't like court TV.
I mean,
But this is the only
product of what happened.
it's the only channel that covered it.
You are muted. You are unmuted.
Oh, I'm not, Kelly. I checked the trial channel. Hold on. I did, but I'm wondering if maybe. Hold on. I'm wondering if when I looked it up, all that came up was this one. But let me see something. Law and Crime, their channel they have that new Law and Crime Trials. Now that they merged, I wonder if they hold on. It's just the closing arguments. So Law and Crime has the closing arguments. Bear with me. The voice even said you're muted. Still making Dar mad, and she can't even read this. Oh no. It's kind of funny being able to see all her comments, but she can't see me. I have to take a work call, but it's supposed to be done with work. Ugh. I'm sorry, Shelly. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's see. Go to law and crime. Step and takes. Hold on. I was truly hoping that Law and Crime had it. But it doesn't look like it. I wonder if I just didn't go back far enough. Oh, well, we'll watch the rest of this for now. If I, for some chance, find it, the actual trial on someone else's channel, or a different channel, besides someone going over it live and, doing what I do. I don't want to do that. Let me see what I can find. I actually called in for the first time maybe ever with a fucking migraine. I'm so sorry, Akacha. Yep, migraines are brutal. You guys know the last one that I had to go to the ER and get medicated. It was so bad. By the way, new Schnork video. Yay! You startled him while he was sleeping. Aw, poor Schnork. All right, here we go.
We told Trooper O'Flynn at Miss Garrison's house on January 29th, 2020, that he didn't know the specifics of the argument.
Is that a statement or a question?
It's a question.
Again, I don't remember exactly what I said.
You told him at the same time that you were speculating that the argument, you used the word speculating, that the argument is over your mother being forced out of 79 years.
Again, I don't remember what I said 5 years ago.
You told Officer, I will draw a question. You told Brookline police officers at Fort Meadowbrook, when they asked you questions upstairs, you told them that your mother was slapping your father in his face and chest with open hands. That's what you told him. Look on you.
Yes.
When you talked to Trooper Pennant a few hours later, you said that you saw your mother push and shove your father.
Both things can be true.
You told Pennant that you saw your mother push and shove your father.
Yes, again, both things can be true.
You did not tell the Pennant that you saw your mother slap your father in the face.
If you're asking me that, then I guess no.
If I'm asking you,
If you're asking me if I said it, then I'm assuming I didn't. I don't remember exactly what I said.
and you told us that at one point you called your brother Noah, correct?
Yes.
Now you told us today that you called your brother Noah when you went up to your bedroom, correct?
Yes.
Now, you told the police that you called your brother Noah at about 11:15 after you called Miss Garrison and after you tried to call your boyfriend Ben, correct?
Yes, I don't remember.
And when you talked to your brother Noah, you told him that you saw your mother pushing your father one time. Isn't that true?
I don't remember.
You never told your brother Noah that you saw your mother slap your father in the chest or face, did you?
During that specific phone call?
Yes.
No.
And you never told your brother Noah that you saw your mother shove and push your father 5 to 6 times, did you?
During that phone call?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Did you call your brother Noah twice that night?
I don't remember.
Your mother never, your testimony is that your mother never struck your father with a closed fist.
Is that a question?
Cross-examination continues to drag on there in Massachusetts. We have to get to a break, but the socialite manslaughter trial for Penelope McGee
Oh my God.
continues after
So
this. Stay with us.
I did find the entire trials on Law and Crime Trials. So we're gonna go over there real quick. I don't know how out of order this is now, but let's see. Nope.
What
So let me go through this real quick. see. Day 2. Where's day 1? What the hell?
A short day as well. Only, just asked it, what's been marked, identification of the moved into evidence as exhibit 63.
You can read it and Jim can help.
It's okay. People are working and driving and all that stuff, Dar. I'm just trying to figure out where to go with this playlist. I'm actually thinking that it's already almost 5 o'clock. This trial I thought was so short and quick. Turns out it wasn't as short as I thought. I'm gonna have to try and find day 1. I'm thinking I might postpone the rest of this till tomorrow because I do have to get some stuff done before I go live tonight for our fun night Friday night. So I'm going to get a little more organized to go over this Penny McGee trial. Get it started from the beginning. We watched opening statements. And then I will get it in order without all the fluff from court TV because I just can't stand it. I can't listen to Julie Grant and all that ridiculousness. So we'll go over it. We should still be able to finish it tomorrow because I'm not going to listen to all of the testimony. It was mostly the daughter and the medical examiner, forensic pathologist was probably the most important in this trial from what I read about it. Rest up. Thanks, Kat Randall. I got to do that, definitely. Just do the closing statements and the verdict. Okay, that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll go. I mean, I would like to see all of the daughter's testimony if I can find it. And the forensic pathologist. And then, because I'd like to kind of see a little bit of Judge Cannoni in action besides just the verdict, as well as hear what's most important, I think, in this trial would be the daughter, since she was a witness, and the forensic pathologist, medical examiner, whatever. And then we're going to be voting on what we'll do next. Just so you guys know, too, now that we're done with the Karen Reed trial, I am not going to stream every single day, only because of Friday nights. These are hard, the dual streaming days. So I'm trying to set up a perfect plan for my psych nights. That way, the nights that I do my psych nights, I won't stream during that day. And Friday nights, I won't stream that day. And then we'll stream the days that I don't do a night stream. And that'll be for our just chit chat, having conversation, going over some trials, going over whatever you guys are interested in. That'll be our day thing. And then the night thing will be psych nights, and Friday night left riots, as I call them. It's kind of boring anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I didn't miss much. Okay. um, um, the medical examiner, she is something. Is she? Okay, I do want to see it. Because, like I said, I think that would be the most interesting of this, and most important. Yes, I'm leaving. I'm leaving you, but not for long. I'll be back tonight. Do you want to hear something funny? Always. I'm gonna jet. I'll see you tonight. Okay, James. Thank you. See you then. So something happened in Alberta recently, and I wondered if the trial would be shown. So I Googled, are Canadian trials ever televised? The answer, yes. Particularly for curling and swimming. That is funny, Dar. Oh my god. This isn't the Olympics we're talking about. Like, Google got that one wrong. That's too funny. Not even joking. I believe you. Yes. Oh my god. That's too funny. Oh my god, I'm getting stuffy too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my nose is like getting stuffed up too. God almighty, I need to go put my humidifier on or something. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna rest up for tonight. Be here or be square for tonight at 10 p.m. Akasha says that's hilarious because I was like, they aren't because we're always asking Runkle and he says they're not. Yeah, it is hysterical. It's too funny. Yeah, I'm having a hard time breathing through my nose all of a sudden. Like, this is what happened to me when I was streaming the other night. It was like 3 in the morning and we were just having some great conversation. And it was like the longer the night went on, the more my nose just gets stuffed. And I don't know if I'm starting to get allergies or something the older I get or what, because I never had allergies before. But it's already gonna drive me crazy. I'm getting another cold. I'm sorry, Shelly. Yes, gotta love Google for some chuckles. That's for sure. Bye. Zach says, someone tell Darth Vader I still love her. Says move her, but and then he sick fixed it. Love her. Aw. We love you too, Zach. Well, I do anyway. I love all you guys. Did I go outside? No, I didn't. I've had my windows open though, but they've been open since this morning. So I don't know why. And they're not even cutting the grass today for a change. So why the hell doing this to me now? I have no idea. Love you, Scarlett and Peeps. Yes, Shelly, I love you too. We are in the same state. Trust me, it is the trees. Yeah, I'm telling you though, it's weird because like I never had allergies. Trees and grass never bothered me. Now I'm dealing with fucking lawnmowers that drive me nuts, the sound, and whatever's making me all stuffy. Holy shit. I'm gonna go put my humidifier on. I'm gonna take a quick nap and then get ready for our stream tonight. Someone tell Zach to pay money to Scarlett for those messages. Otherwise, I don't care. Yeah. The reader, I can read your messages, says Zach. You guys. I love you guys. I hope to see you all tonight, okay? If I don't, have a great Friday night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Love ya. Bye.